The 10 types of NASCAR fans. Number 1, the old head complainer. Probably one of the most common types of NASCAR fans. These are the ones who commonly use phrases like NASCAR died when Dale died, or they need to go back to running actual stock cars like the good old days. It's just your typical nostalgia-driven race fan who really makes you wonder why they even consider themselves a fan anymore. They talk like they love NASCAR, but they also talk like they hate it at the exact same time. They claim that the sport is dead and that they'll never watch again, but somehow they stay in the loop and they know exactly how many top 5s Bubba Wallace has on a weekly basis. How do they do that? Number 2, the new head complainer. Now this person is a NASCAR superfan to a fault, and they just have way too much knowledge about the sport, and they will use that knowledge to complain about every little thing that is even marginally wrong. Unlike the old head complainer, you can actually tell that the new head complainer is a real NASCAR fan. But the amount of complaining they do still makes you wonder if they even enjoy watching it. These types of fans will commonly be heard dissecting every individual flaw of the current aero package, or why the compound of this year's Goodyear tires is worse than last year's, or why the heck did NASCAR decide to put PJ1 down the track surface instead of resin. We used to have multi-groove racing at this track, dang it! If anything, their passion is turning people away from the sport, arguably more so than the old head complainers. This is basically what happens when a person who lives on Twitter or Reddit becomes a living, breathing entity. It can be scary sometimes. Number 3, guy who calls out a worker school for NASCAR. People who did this for the Daytona 500 this year, you know who you are, and your boss knows who you are. Your severance package is being worked on as we speak. Now these guys aren't bad, they're definitely your more advanced form of a NASCAR fan, but you better be careful around the people who know that you're a NASCAR fan. Because when your homeroom teacher looks up and goes, little Johnny who always wears his red Dale Jr. Budweiser jacket isn't here today, and coincidentally the Dover 400 was pushed back today, they ain't gonna take your doctor's note. Take it from me. Number 4, the traveling hurricane. This is arguably the worst type of race fan, and unfortunately, we all know one. This is the guy that wants to go to races but has some sort of Egyptian rain curse put on them where a tropical storm magically forms and follows them to any races they attend. There are some people who just bring bad juju to the racetrack, and these are those people. Keep them on the list, check it twice, no tickets for them will suffice. Number 5, the collector. This is the NASCAR fan that makes all other NASCAR fans jealous. In fact, you could probably make an actual race car out of all the sheet metal they have lying around their house. Don't get any funny ideas. This race fan also has a diecast for every race they've been to. They follow Lionel Racing on Twitter, and even if you have no idea what a color chrome race edition diecast is, they will make you envious of theirs. The fact of the matter is, they have probably turned their homes into a shrine for their favorite driver, and will continue to burn money until the end of time in an effort to impress absolutely nobody. Number 6, the Bowman Gray fan. Whether this is a good one or a bad one is entirely up to you. They're either the most devoted local short track follower of all time, or they are the most casual race fan just looking to get wasted and watch some wrecks happen. They will attend 23 races a year or 1 race a year. But one thing unites them, and that is the prospect of engaging in some good old white people behavior just for the heck of it. Number 7, the point standings complainer. This type of fan is similar to the new head complainer from the beginning of this video, the biggest difference being that their complaints are solely focused around the new playoff system. Some of these people are just complainers, but some of them actually live in a fantasy world where Jeff Gordon has 7 championships and Kevin Harvick has 4 championships. Actually, that doesn't sound so bad. I mean, how stupid is that? Number 8, the friendly tailgater. This may be one of the most beloved types of NASCAR fans. These are the guys who camp out the track all weekend, let you play cornhole with all their stuff, and will even offer you a bush light, even if you are only 12 years old. I remember the first race I ever went to at Charlotte Motor Speedway. This exact thing happened to me, and little 8-year-old me thought that these random people must have been some estranged family relatives that I was never told about. Sure, they were Dale Jr. fans, and they roasted the living crap out of me for wearing a Jeff Gordon t-shirt, but these are the best people around. They are the homies, and everyone should aspire to be like them, because that's how you get more people into the sport. Number 9, the circuit follower. Kinda in the same vein as the tailgater, there's really nothing wrong with these types of fans. These are your nomadic race fans who live a carefree life traveling in their luxurious RV from racetrack to racetrack for the majority of the season. They're not hurting anybody, but they are retired, they are rich, and you feel the need to hate them from your very core. Because they are doing exactly what you would be doing if you hit the lottery. Number 10, the Talladega fan. This may be the most self-explanatory category, but at the same time, it oddly isn't. I don't know how to say it, but you just know a Talladega fan when you see one. It may just be your most stereotypical degenerate race fan that you can possibly think of. Somehow on a level above the Bowman Gray fan, if that was even possible. These people heard that a party was happening and a NASCAR race just so happened to break out. They can consume enough Coors Light in one sitting to kill a horse and will act just as drunk as they do when they're sober. So if you know one of these 10 types of NASCAR fans, then be sure to send them this video and maybe get them some help in the process. They probably need it. And if you enjoyed this video, then be sure to leave a like, subscribe for more videos just like this one, and check out dailydownforce.com for more awesome NASCAR content.